Hello guys, welcome to Master G Programming video tutorials. In this video I will teach you about operator overloading. What does this operator overloading mean? Operator overloading is the concept which is used to use the operators for calling the different type of function. Like you can use the plus sign to call the function. I will tell you how does this work. First of all, I want to tell you that what are the operators that can't be overloaded. You can see on your screen that scope resolution operator, size of operator, dot, asterisk and conditional operator can't be overloaded because they have a different functioning in the programming. Like I have told you about the scope resolution operator, how does this work. Size of operator I will tell you later. Dot operator you can use in calling the objects methods of functioning through the objects. Asterisk is used for multiply, but as well as it is used in pointer, that is why you can't overload it. And a conditional operator is a different type of operator, so you can't use these operator to be overloaded. Now I will start a program in which I will use the plus operator which can be overloaded, and I will add two complex number through that operator overloading. So let's start it with this. Hash includes IOStream using namespace study. Now I am making a class of name complex, integer x, y, two integer type variables, public complex. Now you can see that the function name is similar to the class name. This means the complex is a constructor. It is an empty constructor. You can see it here that I have called the complex function, that is a constructor. It is an empty. If you don't call this constructor, it will be no problem. But if you will make this complex function is an empty constructor, then the compiler will not call the complex function by default. So now I am making another constructor in which two variables I have taken as a argument, integer a and integer b. X equals to a and y equals to b. This complex constructor is used to initialize the value of x and y, because the integer part and an imaginary part of a complex number will be used as x and y in the program. Now I am using a display function which will display the x and y value, x plus y j, and this will be the output. Now I'm initializing the operator overloading function. Not initializing, I am declaring the operator overloading. So first of all I have to write the name of a class, that is complex operator plus. This is the keyword that we have to use for calling the operator as a function name, operator plus. Now whenever you will use the plus sign in a main function, automatically the operator overloading, that is this function, will be called complex operator plus. And in this I have taken an argument as an object. So I have taken a data type complex, which means an object will be passed in this. Now to declare this operator overloading function, after declaring this complex overloading function, I will define this function. In the definition I have to write complex scope resolution operator plus, this is the name of your function, and complex q, which will be the object. There is something complex as well, so you have to learn this statement to define the operator overloading. Now I am taking an object temp in which the result will be stored. I will add the two real parts by temp.x and two imaginary parts from temp.y. Temp.y is equals to y plus q.y, and now I will return the value of temp. Its return type is again an object, that is why I have taken a temp, and you can see the return type of the function is also a name of a class. This means it's an object that is being returned. Now I am in main function. I will create two objects, one c1 in which two arguments will be passed, both of integer type 1 comma 2. It will pass to a and b and initialize the value of an x and y. Now I am taking another object c2, in which two arguments has been passed, 1 comma 4. It will pass to the complex constructor integer a and b, in which the arguments will initialize the value of n x and y second time. And now this is the main statement, complex c3 is equals to c1 plus c2. c1 plus c2, you can use this way also. You can write c3 is equals to c1 plus c2 directly, or you can write c3 is equals to c1 plus c2 and initialize, declare the value of c3 as the data type of a complex, which means it is another object. I am returning the value temp, which is an object, so I have taken an return type is of c3. You can see it here that I have add the two objects c1 plus c2. Whenever we will call the plus operator, it automatically calls the operator plus function and add the two x and y complex numbers, and then c3.display will give the output of the addition of the two complex number, and return 0 is a default statement that you have to use. Now we can run this program. So let's build and run this program. You can see the output 2 plus 6j. 2 is the addition of the real parts and 6 is the imaginary parts. 1 plus 1 and 2 plus 4. It is the right answer. You can write it this way also that I have told you. C3 is equal to C1 plus C2. I will run this and there will be the same output. You can see it here, 2 plus 6j. Now how this works I will tell you. When you have called the C3 is equals to C1 plus C2. C1 is an object in which 1 comma 2 is being called. 1 comma 2 is right away passed to the complex constructor in which x and y value is initialized, and before this you can see in the operator plus function x and y is written directly. In this the 1 comma 2 value has been passed from C1 object. Now the C2 object you are seeing is after the plus operator plus complex q. Complex q is similar to the object C2. Then this C2 will passes these values to q object, and you can use that values through q.x and q.y, and this temporary variable will store the real part and imaginary part in it with the addition of x plus q.x. q.x is the value of C2 and simple x is the value of C1 object. So this way it will work, but this plus operator will calls that function. This is the operator overloading. Arithmetic operator overloading is the main concept in which you can name the function by using the plus operator or minus operator. So that's all from this tutorial. In this video I have taught you about operator overloading, how you can use these operators as the name of the function. So there is another type of operator overloading. This is input output stream. So I will teach you this in the next video. So till then, stay tuned with Master G. Thank you.